how we guard the pop. Some positives, some things not to do. We have some game film here. Let me make it full screen so you guys can see. Yeah, so I mean, most centers in Pro Am and 2K21 Next Gen are pops. I would say at least 70%, Jomar, roughly. There's some insides, but it's kind of rare. Because you can make builds that can do everything. Well, yeah, so a lot of pop. So knowing how to defend a pop is important. Have that in your arsenal. And yeah, we're going to dive right into it. So this is a Pro-Am game. So this, we're playing a pop. So we know it's a pop, right? And most times the centers just pop. There are pops that just, they pop like most of the time, Drummer, you would say like some of them don't have that repertoire where they can mix in the slip and the pop.
Mm-hmm.
I should play like the elite of the elite centers who know what they're doing. But this center, he played well. He played really, really well. But he will pop most of the time. So me and Jomar just started playing what we call high-low, is where I take everything high, and anytime the point guard and or center drives, I'm disengaging and I'm running to the person on the wing no matter what. So we call that high-low. That's a pretty general term that most people use. So in this situation, we run the high-low. It worked well. So let's see. So I get screened. He's dancing around the screen, and I see he's about to drive. So right here, he's driving, and the pop is open. But immediately I recognize Jomar has it. Like I said, we're playing high-low, and I disengage, and I play for the contest. So he throws it, I spin around, and I jump immediately. Now, I could have not jumped, but I forced the drive from the center. So this is, I run him off the line. And like I said, we're playing high-low. So anything on the drive, Jomar has to get. That's his responsibility. So you see, look, Jomar comes up, boom. Now the point guard's open. If there's a quick pass back, Lav has it. But you see, I run immediately right to the point guard. The center's stunned. He throws a jump pass to the corner. We'll keep playing the possession just to see what happens. So right there in the PNR, I'm going to stop it right here. The PNR, the high-low, it worked perfectly. We got, they threw a jump pass. 10 seconds is a freak show now. And now we're just playing defense. Everybody's swinging. Same thing. Watch. Now, you can see even our corner defender, Sav, he does high-low. Watch. The center drives. He passed out, but the center drives, and he was ready to disengage. We're playing two. Bad pass. Jomar and Lav in there is off. So that was, I'll play it one more time for the on normal speed. The high-low is a great way to defend the pick and pop. Yeah. Where the lock plays high at all times and takes everything in the three-point line, and the center takes any drive. And we'll see it again. I disengage on the drive, run him off the line. Jomar takes this drive, and boom, that's it. That's the stop. So
I think that's what most teams do. It's just you want to have your big guy on the paint most of the times, if not at all times. So that's why is the high-low. That's the main point about the high-low is making sure that big guy is defending the paint. And as a lock, you playing everything on the perimeter high, trusting that guy to get the paint. So it's just something that is being done. By guys Rudy Gobert, stuff like that. They just don't play perimeter. They just lock in on the paint. So it's something that we take from basketball, and it's a high-low, and it's very effective to guard the pop.
Yeah, super effective. And high-low really works, like Jomar said, on PG. So like you want to run high-low against a pop when you can look at two indicators. When the PG is very drive heavy and likes to rim run, high-low is very effective. Or when the center pops every time and or is not a good shooter. So those are times where high-low is going to be really, really effective, the pick and roll strategy. Now I'm going to tell you the negatives of high-low and how this team really adjusted. So you can see it's a close game. This is the adjustment they made, and I'll let the clip play out, and you guys can see what they did here. So kind of there, same thing. Me and Jomar are still playing the high-low. We didn't really change anything. So here. Boom. So that's the negatives of playing high-low is you are very susceptible to the quick pop. The quick pop will kill the high-low. Like it will, if done correctly, it's almost a guaranteed three if the defense is not on point. So I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna see here. I'm gonna slow it down and see. And actually, what they try to do is they try to run the quick pop early, Jones. I think I'm watching this back. See, he had it right here. So he, just late. And that's an adjustment we could have made, but like, hey, maybe switch everything or Jomar play a little higher. But yeah, the quick pop is like a predetermined pass that the PG does. That could really, really hurt the high-low if the wing is not helping. So look, he just takes the screen and immediately just passes it because Jomar playing the drive. It's as a lock. I have to read whether he's driving or saying it to three. It's like it's a read. So if it's predetermined that the quick pop is gonna come, it could really kill the high low, and they just did right there. So ways to stop this and adjust is I'll play it one more time on normal speed. So look, they reset it. They run the quick pop here. So once this happens. Now, ways to stop this is the wing could play 2.
Mm-hmm.
So Keena could help and take a step, and then Lab plays 2, which would have been ideal because the shooting guard cut. So Lab could have easily played 2 here, and Keena could have got the pop. That's the way to stop it. Or you could switch up the defense. If you're getting killed by the quick pop, you could just play switch defense, switch everything, play sides. Or you could have the center play high and double and force the slip, which I'll talk about in the next clip.
It's something you guys should do, in my opinion. There's a lot of great centers as elite centers in the 2K League, in Pro-Am. Like that is something there's a lot of great centers. But as a center, one of your main things is not being a passer. That's not what you are a center for. You're a center because you got great defense. You're really good at rebounding. You're really good at setting screens. Stuff like that. Simple stuff. But like, not every center can make a great pass. Not every center can make a read because as a center, you don't got the ball in your hands too much. So it just comes with the territory. You're not used to making plays. So, if you're guarding a popper and you feel like you're getting killed a lot, and obviously you try and switch in or whatever, the main point is to always remember is to make them make a read. Like WoLF in the previous show, he jumped at the popper. Maybe he didn't have to jump, but by jumping, he made the popper had to drive and make a read. And at that point, that's where they're uncomfortable. So just everybody has to be on point to rotate and make him make the read, make the center, which is the position that not usually makes a read, make a read. If they're a great passer, okay, that's fine. But most of them are not. And that's something I really think it should always help is just making sure they don't shoot it, making sure they have to drive and make a read. Because that's where you put them uncomfortable, and then that's where you can take advantage of it.
Yeah, 100%. That's a good point. Try to make them put the ball on the floor. Try to make them make a read, swing, have somebody play 2. That's when things could get a little shaky for the centers who are not the elite ones. So here I'm gonna talk about this is a different game. Now I'm gonna let it play out, but this is we're playing a popper here, and you see Jomar playing really high, and he's playing mind games with the center. I'll let him talk about what he does. But it's like super elite movement that it's a big play. You can see the and 1. You can see the score, fourth quarter. That's a momentum, changing play. So we're playing a popper, and you can see the center's kind of stunned here. Doesn't really know what to do because Jomar is dictating. Well, Jomar, I'm gonna let you talk about it, but you're dictating what you want the center to do here.
Mm-hmm.
And I call it forcing the slip. As a center, most elite centers do this, as you are. That you force a slip and you dictate what you want the offense to do or the center. Yeah. And this kind of stunned him. And this is the reason why we got the turnover. So I'm going to play it one more time, and I'm going to slow it here.
So right here, we're off 6, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left, playing high, trying to not let him score at 3 because that will be a big momentum changer for them. Force the slip, but I'm already looking at this slip. Like Wolf said, it's something I was looking at. I'm trying to force the slip, but not give him easy points. As soon as I see the slip go, I'm with him. That's the pass I wanted to make. And as you can see right there, he probably was looking for the screen, didn't get it. Now he's dribbling all the way around. The center's coming back to him. I play high again. I'm making him make it. I'm right here. I want him to pass to the center. Like I want the ball out of his hands. I want the center to make a play. But most BGs don't want it. Most people want to make a play. And he just dribbles into me. We get that easy steal. I hit Wolf and he gets the and 1 on the break, which is a big play. But like I said, you're up 6. That's just something I was reading the clock. You don't want to give no 3s right there. In my opinion, it's a big game changer. Maybe they score 2, that's fine. So that's why I play like that in that specific moment, and it worked out. Yeah.
So how to tie this into guarding the pop? So let's say you're playing a pick and pop, which in this scenario we are, and the point guard is really dominant. Like he's and you want the center to make a play, as an opposing center on the pick and roll, you're going to want to dictate and play high, use the trapper, use your power forward on the stack side to drop and rotate and force the point guard to pass the ball and or force the center to slip. And this is what Jomar did. Now, Jomar, he forced a slip, but this is not really open. Yeah, okay, it's open, but, Jomar could easily get a chase down. Lab was playing too. And it kind of stunned him. The center came up, he popped again, and the point guard does not want to make that read. A way to slow down the pick and pop is to force the center to slip, play high, and then rotate off that. And this is what Jomar did, and we got a big stop in the fourth quarter. Led us to, I think we won this game. I don't remember, but
yeah, we did. To touch on this, like Will said, I wanted to touch on it real quick. That is a big thing right there. What he just mentioned is just remembering that. If you want to kill a popper, if you think your matchup, watch film, whatever, they're a great shooter, they're great at popping, their offense, a lot of pick and pop, you just force the slip, man. Because if you're forcing the slip, that means you're playing high, really aggressive, maybe playing even sides. And if they try to force a pop, it's not going to be there because you're playing high. So the spacing is not going to be correct for the way they want to play. And that's something that a lot of teams did to me, because I made a build that was 6'8", that's a small build, more of a tweener. And I think teams adjusted, recognized the build I have, and forced me to slip, forced me to be in the paint most of the time, took away my playmaking ability, took away my three. And it was a big adjustment on a lot of series that we've had, and it's something to keep in mind. That's a big thing. It's a great adjustment to do against poppers. Force them to be out of place, out of comfort, and do things that they don't want to. So be in the paint, try to rebound, try to mash, stuff like that. So that's a big point.
So yeah, I mean, those are the clips we have: how to guard the pop, things to do, what not to do. Everything. Like we try to hear, like we try to show the good and the bad. Not everything's perfect. You got like Jomar said in his in-game adjustments, you have to learn how to. His game management video, you have to learn how to adjust. So we show scenarios, on the fly. We show scenarios where high-low works perfectly, but then high-low could get dotted with the quick pop. And then what do you do to stop the quick pop? You play high, you double, you force a slip, and you rotate. So it's like adjustments you can make, different ways you could guard it. Everybody plays differently, and you got to recognize that. So I hope the clips showed that, and you guys learned a few things. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Me, Jones, Paces Gaming, and we're out of here.
Peace.